Hey, it's Monster, one half of your dynamic hosting duo of the Nerdy Man Room Show. Proudly bringing you another Man Room short. Enjoy, and as always, please remember, viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, but so what about the other media? I know we didn't do comics, we did do the show a lot, but movie wise, we had what three movies out of the original set. Then we had a stage musical. I mean, this thing was everywhere. It was a hit. You
I
had a
had a
live,
cassette tape of that musical, of the
and
rock band.
yeah, there's a recording out there of that tour too that they did it for one of the shows. That might have been one of the first ones they actually recorded and put it out on VHS. I haven't seen it anywhere in a
Oh,
long time.
Pizza
But I remember,
Hut put those out. If I'm not mistaken, Pizza Hut put those cassettes out because I remember we got them with pizza one night. Mom got them for me, and I was like, it was just the coolest shit ever to me. It was
yeah.
terrible. The music was terrible, but I had it. It was like, you don't got one.
Well, I mean, those were all entertaining. Even the stage musical was entertaining to me because it was like, okay, this is the coolest thing. It's everywhere. And let's be honest, they've done this. This is not a new. This is not a one and only with Ninja Turtles. It was replicated, right? Power Rangers had a stage musical as well, more than one actually. They had two or three. But then you had an animated movie for Ninja Turtles. You had two more live action movies in the last couple of years, which were horrible. And then if anybody remembers the short-lived live-action TV show they had where they introduced Venus, the fifth turtle.
We don't want to even discuss that one, Monster. That's bad. That's El Libre right here. Very El Libre.
The one good thing that came out of that is you got one thing that a lot of kids wanted to see at the time. You did get a Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover then on screen. Wasn't great by any means, but at least you got it.
So while we're on the course of these movies here, okay, we'll start with the three original movies.
All right.
How would you say that they fared ranking wise, story? What do you got for them?
Rob, you wanna take that first or?
Well, see what he does here is he defers to Big Rob, our expert on a lot of things, and then he piggybacks off of him.
I have
not an expert on Ninja Turtles though. I do love them, but I'm nowhere near the expert on Turtles.
I could give you a ranking for them for myself, but like I said, I'm deferring to Rob.
It's,
to let
it's
him go
1,
first.
2, 3 by far. There's no other answer.
You don't think it's 2 or 3?
It's not what?
You think that number one's better than number 2?
Yes,
I mean,
I do, and I love 2. I love part 2. Part 3, you can throw that son of a bitch away.
Yeah, part 3.
I do not give two shits about part 3, but part 1 and 2 I love, and it's still because I guess part 1 was. I remember it coming out being a young 10-year-old, and it just really captivated me. It was such a great story. Other than the fact they took liberties with Splinter, that's probably the big difference between the show and the movie I didn't care for. But I really loved part 1. But part 2, looking at it, I'll look at it with rose-colored glasses all day long, and I still enjoy the shit out of it. Yeah, especially the ninja rap.
Go ahead, Rob.
I was going to say, it had Vanilla Ice.
Hey, Kevin Nash in there, Super Shredder. Come on now.
I'll be honest and say I thought number 2 was just as good as number 1 to me. And the story in number 1 was a little bit more serious and better, but number 2 I thought had better action sequences. They had the ninja rap in the middle of it, and I like the fact that they had Toka and Razor and something else besides just foot ninjas to beat up.
Oh, when I rank 1 above 2, it's not like it's miles beyond by no means. Don't get it twisted. It's just it's one of those photo finishes for me. It's just personal preference. I enjoy 1 a little better than 2. Maybe it's because I'm an older fellow now, so I don't know. But I'm not long ago watched part 2 and still enjoyed the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, I watched it the other night going to bed a couple weeks ago, and I'll still turn it on just occasionally and just watch it because hey, I need something to turn on, and I don't see anything new, and I can watch 1 or 2.
You never get cut on.
So look, since you hate part 3 so much, how do you rank the 2 current live action movies from the 2000s against part 3? Where would you put those as better than part 3 or worse?
before I ever even start, I'm going to say the CGI version is superior to both of the Bayverse versions.
That's fair. And I was leaving them out on purpose just because they're not live action.
But out of part 1 and 2 on the Bayverses, I will give Bay 2 a little more love just simply because we finally get Bebop and Rocksteady on the big screen. That in itself, to me, was because let's face it, when we got Tokar and Razor, they're cool new characters. I liked both of them, even though Tokar kind of just piggybacks Slash, and why couldn't you just give us Slash? But we wanted Bebop and Rocksteady. In '92, we wanted Bebop and Rocksteady. We didn't get them. So we finally get them as adults. I can enjoy that. I mean, they did. It was a fun little movie. Shredder comes back. He still kick ass. I don't remember. Did he become Super Shredder in that one?
I remember Krang in it at the end. I don't remember if he became Super Shredder or not.
I vaguely remember the movie. I just remember he took some ooze in the first one, so I wasn't sure if maybe he was supered up a little bit or what. But it's a little. I've seen it like once, maybe twice, but it's been a very long time. But it was a little more enjoyable.
It was. Would you say it's better than the third original movie or not?
Oh yes, oh yes. I'll even watch that first one over that third one any day of the week. That third one is an abomination before man and God. It don't have nostrils. I will give him credit for that. They don't have turtle nostrils like Michael Bay's versions. But that third one is an abomination.
The only thing I really remember or care for out of that first Bayverse version one was the elevator scene where they start making music with their weapons and stuff. Now that actually tickled me. The rest of the movie, I did like getting Casey Jones in the second one though.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And I like the actor. Stephen Amell is a good actor. I liked him as Casey. I didn't have a problem with him, replacing. Because honestly, for the first movie, the original movie, Elias Koteas, or however you say his name, was a great Casey Jones in that. But beyond that, I have no need for that dude to be in anything else because he doesn't fit any other acting part.
How hard is it to see him? And was he in like NCIS, or he's in one of those shows, one of the law enforcement shows, Chicago PD or something? He's in one of those, and I don't watch those shows, but my brother-in-law, he loves them, and every time I go to my sister's house, God bless him, he's got that crap on. And I'm like, hey, there's Casey Jones. What's this fool doing? He's sitting here with a Kango hat on now because he's hiding his bald head. But
I haven't seen any of that.
It's missable.